and a warm welcome to the second special coronavirus quarantine lockdown edition of the Lewisham Chronicles. And as the quarantine lockdown continues, the residents of Lewisham have behaved in many varied ways. Sadly, it seems, possibly out of boredom, many have taken to the drink. Others have been sitting under polythene for long periods of time, seemingly just staring into space with vacant expressions. Statistics confirm that not all the residents of the borough have been using their time in a constructive manner. Illegal gambling games have sprung up with people using toiletries as currency, and others have been so bored they have started dressing their pets to express their own fashion sense. I suppose people have to deal with this thing in their own strange ways. No one could have missed the now weekly Thursday evening clap for carers. Even Her Majesty the Queen claps from her castle in Windsor, and the residents of this entire borough of Lewisham have been out in force, applauding loudly, as well as hitting cooking pots, railings, and pretty much anything else to make a din. This phenomenon has now become a weekly ritual, which is said to have brought back a kind of blitz spirit to Londoners. At the Lewisham Home for the Aged, Betty Smith rings her little bell, and old Reg Marray sits there each week clapping like mad in his favourite chair, shouting, "Let's all give them nurses the clap!" Splendid, Reg, but we know what you mean. But for some, this lockdown has been a lonely time, as you can see here, with our very own ex-Miss Lewisham and heartthrob of the area, Vicky Smith, who hasn't only knitted some friends, but also tea and cakes. Excellent craftsmanship, Vicky. Love the teapot, and so kind of you to give me some of your delightful pasta to take home, although I'm not entirely sure what to do with it. Now let's take a flying trip over to Catford to visit Babs Bickerstaff, who lives above her own hairdressing salon. Babs has been so bored she's been crafting her hair into various fruits and veg. However, husband Kevin, although smiling for the picture, wasn't really so keen on being transformed into a strawberry, or worse, a kiwi fruit. It's easy to see that Babs's inspiration probably came in part from our very own dear Gwyneth Paltrow's vegan headdress phase. Here she is in her famous cabbage helmet, and another look at Gwyneth sporting her celebrated woolly bosom hat against the lovely floral display. Thank you, Gwyneth. You never fail to delight and entertain with your wacky ways. And I am very glad to report that most have been much more productive and creative in all sorts of fascinating home pursuits. Coffee filters have proved to be popular in the construction of masks. Celebrated resident Kenneth Branagh has been busy here as he proudly shows off his homemade coffee filter mask. Lovely to see his Hoover bag wearing pet poodle Emma, of course named after his posh ex-wife Emma Thompson. Ha! It seems he has named his mask Coffee Filter. Very droll, Ken, very droll. Other novel masks in this issue have been spotted and captured on film, some better than others, but not many very efficient, I feel. Certainly, definitely not on Ken's level. I particularly enjoy the Nutella and parcel tape combo. It seems male model and adult film actor Joe Payton has been doing his rounds again as a centurion on his adapted Segway chariot. It's good to see you wearing a mask, Joe, but please note the Segway is still not a licensed mode of transport. I am very curious why so many of our residents seem to be wearing thick padded coats in this warm weather. I think a mask and gloves is sufficient, but really, who knows? Lastly, ex-joke shop owner and strong cider connoisseur Melvin Williams has been asked again and again not to sell the last few remaining novelty masks after his business closed, especially not directly outside the police station. It's the wrong type of mask, Melvin. And sadly, that concludes yet another episode of the celebrated Lewisham Chronicles. Please take good care of yourselves. Goodbye.